It's smart because raising gas prices is the easiest lever of political pressure on the U.S. Yeah, well, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about gas prices. I feel like this deserves a little bit more in-depth consideration. Trump on rising gas prices during Iran operation. If they rise, they rise. Hey, to all you climate doomers out there, okay, Trump has more or less unilaterally imposed the greatest carbon tax in world history. You're dooming about the climate? Our president just hit the big red button that doubles gas prices. I'm feeling quite bullish about the climate, actually. I think we're going to be bringing emissions down. Once we get those raging oil field fires under control, I think emissions are going to be looking swimmingly, honestly. Yeah, we're really helping EV sales. Maybe this whole thing's actually just a big roundabout subsidy for Tesla, Not happy with the prices at the pump? $9 a gallon gas got you down. That's the price in Europe, by the way. Our American gas prices have always been super, super low. Um, you know, we're an exceptional people. President Trump said on Thursday he was not concerned about rising U.S. gas prices, driven by the widening Iran conflict, telling Reuters in an exclusive interview that the U.S. military was his priority. I don't have any concern about it, he said when asked about higher prices at the pump. Truly incredible. For a U.S. president to just say they don't care about rising gas prices. Unbelievable. And honestly, bit Chad. I mean, like we're living in like a fucking Joker world, man. We're like in a funhouse mirror version of reality. This is insane. No one's ever done this before. I mean, that applies to a lot of stuff Trump said, but admitting you don't care if the gas prices go up, I don't. It's unbelievable. They'll drop rapidly when this is over, and if they rise, they rise. But this is far more important than having gasoline prices go up a little bit. As an advocate for bicycling, this is good. I'm happy about this. I don't know if Americans broadly will be. Over the past week, we've experienced and I think that this article is underplaying it a little bit. We've experienced the single fastest price hike in gasoline in history. At the very least, it's rivaling some of the gas crises. And this one looks like it's going to keep going up for a while. Oh, here, Polymarket odds. Thank you, Yahoo Finance. Let me just get the chart up. Particularly diesel. And, we know our farmers love diesel. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed. No one's going through there. No one's going in or out, which means that a significant amount of the world's fossil fuels are just not doing anything. Rising gas prices mean rising everything prices because gas is fuel, and fuel is how you move commodities from point A to point B. So increase in gas prices lead down the line to an increase in food processing, food costs, processing costs. I mean, everything at every order of society takes gas or takes energy. But right now, for the most part, that energy comes in the form of gas when we're moving things around. Gonna not tell my MAGA family to stock up on gas, lol. You should tell them that you think the market is bullish and that if anything, they should be driving more. Also, natural gas is used to make fertilizer and sulfuric acid. I mean, it's not like plastics. We use it to make everything, man. We use it to make everything. Like I said earlier, if Iran follows through on their threat and starts bombing the oil fields, it will be, I don't know. I don't even know. The lighting of the Kuwait oil fields was one of the worst natural disaster, not natural, sorry, I get climate related disasters were worse for the environment. It was very, very bad. And it took a lot of effort to put them out. And these would be far larger fires spread out much more. Environmental disaster. Thank you. Kuwait oil fires. Yeah, the amount of, I mean, these just burned for months and months, and it was a nightmare. There was nothing you could do. The oil comes up; it's highly pressurized. The oil depot, the drill, it's procuring it from the earth. It's being shot up from crevices deep in the earth, pressurized between slabs of earth or of rock. I mean, it just stays on fire forever, basically. Not forever, but like damn close. They're openly declaring they intend to have the U.S. occupy the Iranian oil fields to ease the crisis. Yeah. So I'm just guessing here, and I could be completely wrong, but I feel like Iran would rather bomb those fields than let the Americans have them. Also, what do you mean we're just going to take them over? Do you have any idea how difficult it is to set up oil extraction and processing in a hostile country? Are you what? So we're going to put troops in the ground there, plus contractors, because soldiers on their own can't manage those oil fields, hundreds and thousands of them. And then we're going to operate these on what? Iranian electrical grids? We're going to have to bring our own infrastructure along with it. Hope none of these have remote shutoff codes. How much tech do we have to bring with us exactly? And then we have to move it out of the country. And at any point, Iran could just bomb these fields and kill us and make the whole thing a moot point. I'm sure they're considering it. I'm sure they're considering nuking Iran. I think that there's a non-zero chance of Israel doing it. And the United States media saying that it must have been an Iranian nuke that blew up errantly. I'd put it 5, 10%? 6, maybe 7? That's a little joke for you guys. Hip little joke. I hope you guys liked it. So yeah, that's super cool. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'm maybe repeating myself a little bit here, but when is Jesus going to show up? Kyle thinks Israel could nuke Iran soon. Thoughts? I just said that. I just said. What do you mean? What do you mean? I just said that. What do you mean? What the fuck? Trying to? Are you trying to accuse me of plagiarism? Is there a legal case being filed? Are you reporting this? Hello? Israel would. They would. Maybe they would. Who knows? There's no limit to their evil. Calling H-bomb on me. Would these would Vosh these the type of moves if they actually think there will be no more elections? Incoherent. I have no idea what you're talking about. Let's talk about what I want to talk about, which is gas prices. It has been a long time since we have seen gas prices surge this fast. I believe it's the fastest. It's insane. Why can't I get a chart on this? Why am I having a difficult time? Why am I having a difficult time finding this? Keep showing me Washington gas prices as though I'm looking to get a deal at the pump right now. Which I'm not. I'm streaming. I'm not driving around. Want to go grab a few barrels? That'd be nice. Gas Buddy. What the hell is this? There we go. Thank you. Don't know why I was struggling so much to find that. Look at that, man. Phew. Yeah, one of the big causes of the inflation bump that happened under Biden, it wasn't just a post-COVID thing. It was also the consequence of gas prices going up following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, of course. A lot of oil and natural gas come out of Russia. So it took a while to drive that down. Look at that spike, just a straight vertical line, especially with diesel. The diesel price is the real kicker. Yep. More farmers are going to kill themselves. Sad. Who did they vote for? Sorry. Politically incorrect for me to ask. I shouldn't. Very sad. No, it's very sad. They did vote for this, yeah. The fertilizer costs are a bigger issue. Yes, globally. Some people have pointed out that we get a lot of fertilizer from Canada, which is true, but for one, not all. And for two, we're not the only country on Earth. Is it over? I think the problem fundamentally is that as a consequence of our pedophilic inbred ruling caste losing touch with reality, which was the inevitable consequence of the end of the Cold War, with us having no natural predators, no other enemies, we have forgotten that we can't do anything. Because for Trump's entire life and the people around him, they have always been able to do anything. They've killed people and gotten away with it. They've raped children. They've stolen money. They've openly broken the law in full view of the news media, and the news media just lies to defend them. There have been no consequences to their behavior. They think they're gods. And for all intents and purposes, they may as well be. Trump and the people around him have had more immunity shielding them than any pharaoh or, divinely ordained king in human history. No one has ever been so protected from the consequences of their actions, There have been Chinese emperors with divine mandates who have more cruelly befallen the consequences of their own poor decision making than the people who rule over us now. They can do anything they want, or at least they think they can. So as a consequence, they just don't think there are any consequences. They think they can just bomb Iran, a country with about 100 million people, with a bunch of missiles and drones that we know they've been producing and stockpiling in anticipation of Western imperialism. We knew that the IRGC could operate autonomously without the heads that would be killing in the decapitation strike. We knew the population of Iran was not interested in just rising up and replacing their leadership with a America-friendly, foreign patsy. We knew that Iran was very capable of lighting the oil fields of the Middle East on fire if it chose to, and that it could pepper U.S. military bases because it is far more expensive to build an interceptor than it is a drone. We knew all of this, but it didn't matter because they literally don't think they can fail. So, yeah, I don't know. Gas prices are going up. Will it lead to anything? What about when it hits $100 a barrel? Right now it's what, 95? What if it hits 150? I don't know. Or a million. Or a million. 120 is when you get $5 a gallon gasoline. Yeah, I live in the West Coast. I've been dealing with $5 a gallon for my entire life. I don't want to talk about it.